this is something really special. There's not many in the state of Michigan anymore. And this one's kind of in exactly the condition it was when it was put in the theater in 1927. This is a Golden Voice Barton 311. That means that there's 3 keyboards and there's 11 ranks of pipes that are displayed on either side of the stage. And we have traps too. Traps means like bass drum, snare drum, cymbals, xylophone, castanets, and that kind of thing. Actually, there's thunder and a bird whistle in this one too. And it was always my goal when I saw it, when I was a young guy, probably in my early 20s, I would say, Lord, let me play that thing one time for 30 minutes, just for 30 minutes, and I'll never bother you again. And somehow when I retired, 3-4 years ago, he saw his way fit to find a way that I'm now one of the organists, and I've been blessed with being the president of the Temple Theater Organ Club, which we invite everyone to check into and come and join us. We have meetings each year, as well as special concerts and stuff. We want people to come and see the organ, hear the organ. And I'll tell you one thing, this old gal today is smiling because she's able to sing her golden tones again after all summer long not really being able to do that. So it's kind of a pleasure to sit down and play again. Well, I wanted to take, actually I started with accordion when I was like 10 years old, and then when I was 11 or 12, I kind of was hounding mom and dad, I want to play organ. And so they did provide an organ, and I took organ lessons and actually traveled on the road with my band in my late teens and early 20s for a couple of years, and then had the pleasure of playing right across the street here from the Temple. I was the organist for the Saginaw Gears hockey team for a while. That was kind of cool too. So I've had the chance to play in 2 kind of cool venues, the Saginaw Civic Center, which it was called at that time, and this Temple Theater. And if you haven't been here, you need to come and see it. And I'm here quite often, when it's not COVID-19 related. And every time I walk into the theater, my breath kind of goes, and especially when I walk into the theater, this golden ceiling, and this is absolutely wonderful. What a pleasure and an honor to play this organ. Well, it's designed for theaters. It's one of the Butterfield organs, which were placed in a lot of the theaters and in the state of Michigan. And I think there's 3 or 4 still playing, I know at the Redford Theater, and I don't remember the other ones, but this is exactly as it was the day that it was put in. There's been no modifications to it, just a lot of tender, loving care. The organ members, and I'll tell you, as president of the club, I'm blessed to have a special vice president, Ken Whipper, and secretary treasurer and fellow organist too, Pat Portner. So that's kind of the history, 1927. If you think about that, that's older than me.
Not much older though, right?
Watch it. It's a little bit older. Well, music was my whole life. I played in the band in high school. Then I went on the road with my top 40 commercial rock band kind of thing, the Temple Theater. And then I started working at Herter Music Center, downtown Bay City. They're still there, stop and see them. And I was there for 43 years. Was that right? Can anybody be there at their job for that long? Yeah, I was there for 43 years, and I retired. It'll be 4 years ago in April. So music has been my total life, and I still teach. I teach accordion, and I'll take a low brass student now and then, and I would take an organ student too. So I'm still involved in music by teaching, and I teach my students, and just like how I feel, when they start learning, all of a sudden I'll kind of spring it on them. I says, now I want you to tell a story with your music. If there's lyrics, look at those lyrics, and then tell the story of that particular piece and what those lyrics mean. And it's kind of like turning a light bulb on, and it just opens up a whole new realm of importance, and just that I want to go home and practice. And I like that. Teachers like that P word, the practice word.